Here, Zelnaga Caverns is where it all comes down. We see Strelok here spawning as a blue Terran in the top right corner. Meanwhile, as bottom left once again, BratOK. Yes, as I said, Zelnaga Caverns here the map. Means likely, you know, the distances are pretty far. Likely we're seeing at least 2 base play. We might see a 3 base play. Regardless, you know, TVT, so we're sit back, relax. This is your time to enjoy your soda, grab your popcorn, and enjoy the ride. Just to recap that last map, I gotta say, Strelok's opening with the Reapers, a very awkward opening. He was definitely behind when you know, the Marines just decided to run by and ignore his Reapers. Instead went for the front, you know, broke open the front, did a lot of damage there. If he had taken out another supply depot, it would have set back Strelok even more. But then Strelok just shrugging it off and coming back with using his early command center, his in-base command center, his over command, his second one, to extra mule to basically keep his econ up and get ahead that way. So it's an interesting play. We're gonna see if Strelok opts for another in-base, you know, overload command. He seems to favor them a lot. I think he had him as mon as well. You know, just make them in your base. You know, plop down an overload command. Just use them for mules and the occasional SCV factory. Maybe it's a new thing. The you know, the in-base hatch for Terrans. You're going to see the scout coming out earlier for BratOK. Rightfully so. This barracks would have been built at the ramp. You know, right now this wall would have been closed. So he wouldn't have been able to get in. Likely, we do see the Marine already out. So not much scouting information for Strelok to actually get here. This is the first time I've received Strelok not opt for the tech lab here, instead opting for the Marines with a reactor here. Is he going to try some aggressive all-in play here? You see factory a follow-up here by BratOK. This early reactor really has me thinking what this could mean. Regardless, once again, yeah, typical Strelok play, going with that in-base command center for now. So an FE off reactor racks. And he's going tech after the FE. You're usually in a situation where you go for a fast expansion, you don't want to get the tech because you know, hey, I need to get a lot of units out if I want to be able to defend any kind of attack. Because hey, I just invested a huge amount of minerals into my expansion. I need to get a lot of units out. So you go for low tier units. You go for some kind of barracks explosion. You know, you add 2 more racks. You go for 3 racks. And usually, you know, you have enough forces out to actually defend. Instead, Strelok opting for the factory here, and he thinks he can afford that because of this reactor. You know, this reactor is very important here. He's going to get a lot of Marines out regardless. Still, it's going to be critical to see if he can hold his front. The wall finishes in time. Strelok getting the better of that trade. But he's definitely not going to be able to lift off his overcommand anytime soon. Though it is finished. And look at that. Actually, the gas mine's a little bit faster like this. Starport to follow up. So Marine Banshee. Or just, he could go for a lot of medevacs as well early on, but he doesn't have the racks to actually get a significant Marine count out. It's going for a quick Viking there. Interesting play. And there's the scan, the money scan going down for BratOK, and he probably spots this and is like, oh, this is interesting. BratOK knows that this is a weak front. This is a build which has a weakness, but really, he already missed his window to do a lot of damage. The tank is now out. And look at that, he's still going to try to be aggressive here. He's checking the front again and again, but losing units as he's doing this. Now the Viking comes on out. The Viking tried to snipe this medevac. It's not going to be successful, but still. That was a good trade there for Strelok, using his wall to the fullest. And again, taking another shot off that medevac. And Strelok now, oh my god, is he just going to move out? He knows he does a lot of damage there. He knows he has the tanks out. His opponent does not. He's getting siege mode right now. And he's going to steamroll across the map here. Strelok, can he go all the way is the question. Xel'Naga Tower secured. This is the halfway mark. Forces expansion for BratOK already in position. But can he hold it? This is going to be the question here. See a lot of SCVs transferring over. And Strelok going all the way. Pushing on in. A drop lay here going down for BratOK to try to deal with a little bit of counter res. Instead of just using the main transfer, he transfers units back and loses the medevac. The Viking takes it down. Both Xel'Naga position now secured, and Strelok looking very strong. It's a little bit disappointed that he doesn't try to do any kind of damage here at the natural. Definitely could have done a little bit of damage. Of course, the problem with that is reinforcements. Reinforcements take so long to get across the map. You know, unlike BratOK, you can't just warping units all over the place and be merry. You know, you actually have to wait for your units to slowly make their way across the map. The immobile Terran army. Regardless, he still sees his opportunity. Now sieging up. Has that high ground sight. No medevac, sadly, so no elevator play here. Losing one Viking there, mostly to the Marines. But now this ramp no longer secure. Oh, baiting in a Marine. And an awkward contain with BratOK's army now split. Oh, more damage. And look at that, Strelok is going to fall back. Oh, wants to take out this Viking. Oh, can't get it done. Instead, instead of actually losing his army here in this forward contain, he decides to pull his whole army back. As I say that, he sends one tank the other way. I have no idea why he sent that tank the other way. I'm just going to assume that's a misclick. If you want to use a spotter, please use a Marine, not an expensive tank. It's going to clear the circle of rocks now. It's going to probably go for his third. And Strelok looking very good in this. Worker-wise, both these guys practically even, but army 20 feet ahead is Strelok. Now we know that the air dominance is probably in the hands of BratOK here. So Strelok's not going to win any matches in the air. But his tank count is just significantly had 2 more tanks, and his Marine count as well. 8 more Marines, 10 more Marines now. Looks like BratOK is going the long way around. He's trying to do a flanking maneuver. Strelok is aware of it though. Sets up his defenses. This is a complete funnel location. You want to be very careful here moving in. You see the siege setup already for Strelok. And a few units lost there for BratOK, but not too much. Awkward positioning here. Really, yeah, this is not a position you want to take a battle in. A funnel position basically means that yes, you can win a battle with a smaller army versus a larger army, because not all of the army can actually be involved in the battle. But it does mean that you need those medevacs to heal your units, or the SCVs repairing to actually last long enough. You see the third now being put down by BratOK. Take down the circle rocks as well. Whether he's going to be able to secure it is, of course, going to be the question. This is the time where Strelok really wants to expand. He wants to be able to get a macro lead. And look at that, a few SCVs actually remote mining here. Meanwhile, we see these guys playing chess on Xel'Naga. Just moving their units into position and relocating them again. And this supply depot here being used as a spotter, very nice. Very clever play. And there we see a bit of a trade with the Vikings trying to take down the medevacs, not successful. Doing a little bit of damage. There we go. Strelok landing his expansion. No. Leaving it up for now. Meanwhile, the third actually already in position now for BratOK. Really, Strelok needs to land this. And look at that. The bio actually moving across the map, trying to go for a flank position. I'm not sure this is a good idea. He does do a lot of damage, but at the same time loses a lot of army in this. Losing his medevac as well. Let's take a quick look at the bottom line. We do see that, hey, he's finally got a worker lead. 4 workers ahead. But really not that significant, and he's lost a lot of his marines. Strelok right away reinforcing. And the planetary fortress here underway. The bio moving in from BratOK. See, he notices that Strelok's tanks were not sieged up. Now the tank's in position to actually deny the command center here. Very strong play here by BratOK. Now how can Strelok actually answer? Well, not like this, not by losing units left and right. He's gonna go for the counter push instead. Sieging up here. Actually in range of planetary fortress, so losing a lot of units. Now defending his tanks. This is such a tough position to actually break though. Losing tanks now. He's just barely got enough to actually break this though. There we go, takes it down. If that had failed, then Strelok would have been in a very awkward position. No, he does manage to take that down, so good for him. And Strelok now trying to expand here, but there's a supply depot there spotting. So that is going to be spotted right away. Remote mining now going out for BratOK. Look at the main. We see that they're likely nearly mined out, both of them. And again, BratOK favoring this backdoor approach. He's going to run his marines towards the mineral line right now. What can he get done? Well, there's a few units there for Strelok to defend, but not that much. The siege now set up here, and there we go. There's the main force from Strelok finally moving into this battle. A lot of damage being done by BratOK, but at the same time training a lot of army for it. Now these tanks are very weakly defended. Only a few marines are actually left to help them out. BratOK sending another strike force there to the Zelnaga tower. And look at that, the command center taking a lot of damage there. The spotter supply depot definitely making the most of that. I'm kind of curious if he can actually just afford to load up a few tanks and just drop the tanks on here. Oh, look at that. Next gen games here. Bad Blizzard. If you didn't see that, medevac was actually in one of the spikes. Awkward. Now it looks like Strelok is kind of giving up on really clearing these units out. Instead, he's going to try to reinforce his high yield position. BratOK already has his up and running. There we go. Strelok now pushing on forward. How far can he go is the question. Well, he's clearing up this bio really quickly. He's going to be able to take down the tanks as well. But now the bio from BratOK coming from a different angle is trying to get something done. But the planetary forces is going to finish soon. Oh, the medevacs for BratOK caught in a very awkward position. Why are these medevacs still here? Forgot to pull them back. Loses one, takes a lot of damage on the other ones. He's going to lose another medevac here. No! Baiting them in. Those marines fell for it. Look, hook, line, and sinker. And really, it's BratOK that's been able to do the harassment, that's been able to deny his opponent the mining. One thing you have to say though, BratOK's macro, not really a strong pursuit this match. It's got 1k minerals right now and 0.7k gas saved up. He's having a hard time keeping up with the production. There we go, the big army trade. He's trying to take down his tanks. How much can he actually get? The tanks here set up too far backwards. too far back. Oh, yo, that was not a good trade there. BratOK just handed his army lead to his opponent. Well, the tanks here at the back finally cleared out. Now BratOK once again trying to be devious, setting up in between the expansions. It's going to make it very hard to actually reinforce his position. He's doing some damage, but really not accomplishing a whole lot of anything. Now his tanks are already up are also up for grabs here. Strelok is going to clean those out, no problem. BratOK needs to get something done. BratOK again just running into the siege tanks here. Can he at least take this one out? Looks like he can't break this cluster at least. I guess that's one win in a series of unfortunate trades for BratOK. Look at that, the good old-fashioned slow push, setting up turrets everywhere. Supply depot getting taken down, but really BratOK has more than enough to actually just not worry about those at all. BratOK now again trying to get ahead in expansions. The problem is he can't really mine from that until he clears these rocks. Oh no. Oh no. The SCVs are gonna pass by the Marines. Strelok doesn't spot it in time. If he had Stim there, he could have killed a lot more off. Strelok probably a little bit confused. But what just passed by there? That, I don't even know. Although BratOK again trying to go with the Erasmus here, trying to be aggressive. But oh, splatter. There we go. The Marines now just unloading onto the SCVs. And he loads them up. Can he keep them alive is the question. Just barely. Because of the high ground side there, he is a strong position, but regardless, that's going to be hard to hold. Again, Strelok going for the aggressive position here. Trying to take it on the gas, but he's taking heavy fire while this is going on. Now BratOK moving forward, the tanks in the back here for Strelok sieging up as well. A huge arc here by BratOK, so he's definitely coming on top of this raid. A beautiful, beautiful wide arc by BratOK. And there we go, we do see that BratOK has all the momentum now. BratOK is moving in. Oh my god, can Strelok recover from that? A beautiful engagement from BratOK, getting a huge lead here. Going for the command center now, end up landing your fortress. That's going to mean that the eco is going to be shot for Strelok. Yes, good game is called there. Oh my god, that was one big army trade that was usually in favor of BratOK, making a difference. Getting his fourth up, and that is basically what secured him, the macro lead. Gave him that huge wide arc there at his own high yield. Able to defend that and steamroll Strelok's army. Once the army was lost, he just kept on going, kept on trucking, and as the Panzers rolled across the map, so did BratOK make his way towards victory. So it means 2-1 here in this last map here for the Black Dragon League. You're watching Kaos TV. Thank you guys all for watching. I hope to see you guys again Sunday for Zotac Cup. And let's not forget, this is a good weekend to be a Starcraft 2 fan. TL Attack tomorrow, Saturday, with DJ Wheat Chill and TLO, I believe. There's a pro in there as well in the mix. So definitely tuning for that. That's going to be a blast. Meanwhile, DJ Wheat's shows are also going to be starting off on Sunday again. I'm not quite positive with. I think Weapon of Choice, that we're going to see Weapon of Choice back again. So, and I'm assuming live on 3 then as well. Those are my guesses, but I know that DJ Wheat's shows are going to start Sunday again. So I hope to, I will be watching those. I hope you guys will be as well. That said, I've been it's been fun. I've been Martijn. Oh, I still am Martijn. Usually representing GLHF.TV and the Lowland Lions. Thank you guys for tuning in, guys. Bye.